Welcome everyone. Today is February the 5th, 2025, and I am making a video for the collaboration #Valentine Sweets. And I am going to put the information in the description of this video, and you can go down there and check out all the channels that are in the collaboration. And it is hosted by Tina at Life in the Piedmont and Susan over at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I will tag them and you can check out their channels if you're not already subscribed. Check out their videos, make sure to like whatever it is you watch and leave a comment. And if you like the channel, don't forget to subscribe. So for this video, I already made it so it can be fast and I'm not here an hour. So I made it and I'm just going to show you real quick what I did. And this is the classic recipe for Nanaimo bars. And you can make your substitutions and you can be creative and all that stuff. But I like to give the original recipe and then you can make any changes that you would like to make. So, very first thing I did, got out the Ninja and the chopper attachment. And that's for the base. So the very bottom layer is the only thing you need to cook, and it only takes 10 minutes in the oven. Everything else is no bake. Well, kind of. You do have to heat the butter, but you're not baking it. So I took 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs and put it in my chopper. Now, I don't eat graham cracker crumbs, and so I went to the store and got some, and I try really hard to buy things that do not have soy, and this is what I found, so this is what I'm using. You can use whatever you like, but this one here is soy-free. Ingredients are not the greatest, but it's soy-free. Just in case you're wondering, soy is one of the worst things for your health. It messes up your hormones, and when they're not working, it affects your organs and your immune system and all that good stuff, and is a major cause of health issues. So I try to stay away from soy, but you can use whatever you like, and you don't even have to use them if you don't want to. I just made the recipe according to what it says, and this is actually what they look like. So look a little different than traditional graham crackers, but you know, you just do what you want. So I put the 1 cup of graham crackers in here, and I chopped it up until it said 1 cup on the line right there. And then add 1/3 cup of finely chopped walnuts. Well, I have Costco walnuts, and they're just like that. So I added them in here, chopped them up, and then 1/4 cup of cacao powder. This one here is my favorite, and I got it 50% off, even better. But this is just an organic raw one. I think it's from India. But this one I really like, so I use that. And I mix that up. And then add 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. I just use organic raw cane sugar. And then it does call for 1/2 cup of sweetened shredded coconut, which I absolutely love. But I love coconut, so I don't want it chopped to bits. And so instead of adding it in there to chop up with everything else, and it's so amazing, it smells so good, what I did is at this point, I took out the blade, and I then added 1/3 cup of melted butter. Now I use unsalted, so I actually added some Himalayan pink salt, but you don't have to, it doesn't call for salt. I then added my 1/2 cup of sweetened coconut, mixed it by hand, and added 1 egg lightly beaten. And I just mixed that up by hand. And that is the base. So what you do is you put a little bit in the bottom here and pack it down. Or if you're making a traditional one in a square baking dish, I think it's 8x8 that you would use, then you would just put the whole thing in there, all of this, and pack it down, and then put it in the oven, whether you're using the big square container or if you're making portion size, it's all the same. 350 Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. Then you take it out, let it cool. You can put it in the refrigerator, freezer, doesn't matter. Let it cool, and then you add your second layer. So for the middle layer here, this one you're going to mix in a bowl 1/4 cup of softened butter, whatever butter you like. It doesn't specify salted, unsalted, or anything. And then 2 tablespoons of custard powder, I never even heard of custard powder in my life, and I don't use it, but I got it just to make it in this recipe. I don't like the ingredients at all, and I will probably never use this again. I was in a rush, and I really didn't take the time to look at the ingredients. Otherwise, I would have just left it out. But that is what it calls for. So if you want to stick to the recipe, you can use that. And that's 2 tablespoons of custard powder. And then half a teaspoon of vanilla. However, I love peppermint. So I used peppermint extract. And I actually made my own, but I just wanted to use that up. So I put peppermint extract instead of vanilla. Another time, I'll probably try maybe almond because that tastes like cherries, or something different. So you can be creative. You could use, I don't know, a raspberry, or I don't know, a strawberry extract, or orange or something. Banana, you could try that. So add whatever flavoring that you like, whatever extract. Then you add 2 cups of icing sugar and mix that, and add 2 tablespoons of milk. So you just mix all that together, and then you're going to make that your second layer. So you just put it on top, and then put that in the fridge or the freezer. Let it like cool down, start to harden a bit. And then the last layer, super simple and easy, 4 ounces semi-sweet chocolate chips and 1 tablespoon of butter, and you just melt it up and pour it on top. Now, these are not the ones I normally buy. The ones I usually get, it only has, I think, 2 or 3 ingredients, but these ones were what the store had actually at the moment, and they're mini. These are the tiniest chocolate chips I've ever seen, and they're perfect because they melt really quickly. So you can use any chocolate chips you want, but okay, if you hear all that noise, my cat's trying to open the door himself. Sorry about that. And so yeah, he's been sitting there. Mom, Mom. Normally I go quickly and open the door for him, but he's just gonna have to wait. So anyways, after you put your chocolate layer on top, just put it in the fridge, let it harden, and put a piece of lint from my brand new dish towels. Anyways, I guess I shouldn't be moving these around when I take a video. Anyways, so let your chocolate harden, and that's it. You don't have to bake anything or cook anything, and you look like this. So I think they turned out pretty cool. Now, I don't like things that are really sweet and they taste like sugar, so I think that the next time I make them, I'll probably make the middle layer thinner, but maybe the top layer thinner as well. But this is just my first try making these in portions, and I think they turned out pretty good. And you can freeze these, but these are also good too if you want to make like a nice little dessert like display, you know, instead of having like a whole bunch of things. You can make them in small portions, and then, you know, you could have like maybe like 2 or 3 different things instead of like one big piece of something. But I do want to point out about silicone. So I personally do not like sprays, and I don't like greasing stuff. So I found a lot of the silicone stuff is just not really good quality. But my absolute favorite just happens to be Tupperware brand. Okay, just so people know, Tupperware is a brand. So when people call containers, all the containers, like from the dollar store or Ziploc brand or Rubbermaid containers, they're not Tupperware. Those are just regular containers. So Tupperware is a brand, and if it is not made by Tupperware, then it's not Tupperware. So this is actually made by Tupperware. They have a whole line of silicone ware, and there's a whole process it goes through, and these are actually non-stick. So anything I put in here, I do not grease, I don't spray it with oil, don't use liners. Literally, it just pops right out. So, and then anything here on the side, it just wipes right off in the sink under water. They are absolutely amazing, and I love them. So just in case you're wondering what I'm using, these are my Tupperware brand silicone There, see? So these is silicone bakeware. Just comes right out, and I absolutely love these. So just in case you are looking for some high quality silicone cookware, I do highly recommend those. And it's the only kind I found that is really good. And they wash up great, and they don't have a smell. So just thought I'd point that out in case you're wondering. But I wanted to make this super fast, super quick and easy, and that's what we have. So I have my little portion-sized Nanaimo bars, but again, you can make it in the big squares, or you can, if you have like the tiny little muffin ones, you can make like minis. So you can be creative, do whatever you like, and hopefully they turn out. But again, you can make substitutions, you can change stuff around, and just see what you come up with that works for you. So I hope that you learned something, or maybe you've never even heard of this and don't know what it is, but it is really good. So that's all I have for this video, and I want to thank Tina and Susan again for inviting me to the collaboration. And I do apologize for my iPhone camera. I cracked the lens cover, and I can't get it off. It's like super glue or something. And so yeah, if you notice little like glares on the side, it's because I cannot get that broken lens off. So for now, this is just how my videos are until I can get that off. But anyways, hopefully you found this interesting, and wow, does this smell good. Honestly though, you know, you could actually just like kind of make these into little cookies, and you could probably eat that as a cookie because it smells so delicious and so good. This alone would be interesting. So you could maybe actually even use this as a base for other things. So if you're making bars of any kind, or even if you have like a cheesecake base, you want to just use something different, that might be good instead of just your traditional graham cracker crumb crust. Or so anyways, I like to experiment and be creative, and this could probably be used for quite a bit of other things. So that's all I have for today. I'll see you on my next video, and don't forget to check out the other channels in the collaboration.